Hello guys, and welcome back to Global Education Zone. And today in this episode, we're going to be talking about top 10 trends for 2023. Now, 2023 is a very auspicious year because we've seen a lot of tech trends in 2022. We've seen a lot of tech trends like robotics, artificial intelligence, chat GPT, so on and so forth. So a lot of us are very speculative. We are optimistic, and we are looking forward to a lot of things that we think are going to happen in 2023. But actually, I recently, today, yes, few hours ago, I read an article by the Gartner company, and they said they have top strategic technology trends for 2023, and they are the top 10 which they've actually calculated after their research. You can also check out their PDFs on www.pdfdrive.com. So you can check out all PDFs like that. I got it from there. Basically, today let's start talking about the top 10 tech trends that are going to be possible for 2023. Now, the first one we've got here is digital immune system. So digital immune system, and basically digital immune system is something that a lot of us are new to. Is new to a lot of us. It's not a very popular concept like that. This is the first time I'm hearing of something like that, but when I read through the article, I realized that it's something that is actually realistic. It's actually true, and it's something that we need to pay attention to. So what is digital immune system, by the way? So a digital immune system can be seen anytime you hear digital. It has to do with a kind of system that works with technology, right? And it is something that has to do with software. Digital has to do with software, and so on and so forth. So, and this is the kind of system that combines practices and technologies from observability and artificial intelligence, augmented testing, and chaos engineering, and so on and so forth. So basically, it's a system. It combines practices and technologies from different concepts, and then it gives us a lot of results from there. So digital immunity is kind of something that I've come to see it as a kind of concept whereby we can use our digital knowledge to help us to make predictions. We'll use our digital knowledge to help us to kind of make conclusions that can actually prevent mistakes. So it's kind of, it gives us immunity, a form of immunity. For example, kind of like, in my opinion, I think it's something like when you actually intend to test something out, and then you can do that digitally without needing to do that in real life. So it's kind of like a site reliability engineering and software supply chain security to increase the resilience of products, services, and systems. So for example, you can kind of use it to create secure foundations. You can use it to accelerate digital progress, and then you can use it to protect your brand. So you can use it as an example. You can use it, for example, when you have American Airlines, they use it to site reliability engineering or chaos engineering to do a test first approach to better deal with increased system complexities. So basically, it's kind of like doing a prototyping test and to see how it will work in real life. That is what digital immune system. And we're going to see more of it with advent of Metaverse, because there are a lot of kind of things that we'll be able to see in the Metaverse that will be able to represent their twin originals in the real world. That's number one. Then for number two, we have another concept which is applied observability. So applied observability is also something that is relatively new to me, though not so new. And by their statistics, they say that by 2026, 70% of organizations that successfully applied observability will achieve shorter latency for decision making, enabling competitive advantage for target business or IT process. So basically, it's to ensure that these companies they work more effectively and efficiently. So it is the applied use of observable data in a highly orchestrated and integrated approach across business functions, applications, and infrastructure and operations. So basically, it simply means, in simple terms, you are basically using data in a very organized way. So for example, Tesla is an example of such companies that make use of the data of the real-time driving of its customers to kind of make conclusions for them in their in kind of other areas of its business. So these businesses, they are going to be benefiting from these new tech profiles, because they are going to be using them to make sure that they can recover in the post-COVID era, and they can also make reasonable profit from their businesses. So the third concept which we're talking about today is the concept of AI trust. So that is something that's quite it rings a bell. It's not new to me. Risk and security management. That is AI tourism. So basically, AI tourism has to do with the fact that we are basically using artificial intelligence. We are trusting it and we are using it to achieve a lot of things. So by 2026, organizations that operationalize AI transparency, trust, and security will see their AI models achieve a 50% result improvement in terms of adoption, business goals, and user acceptance. So in this case, what I'm trying to say is that those that use artificial intelligence will be able to get more out of their business done. And basically, this means that artificial intelligence will which requires new forms of trust, risk, and security management that controls that a conventional don't provide. They are going to help us to perform more in businesses. So basically, it optimizes trust by driving better outcomes in terms of artificial intelligence adoption, achieve business goals, and user acceptance. So basically, they are basically models that help us to understand and trust artificial intelligence more. And I guess they are very much important and they are very needed at this time period of time where people are very skeptical about technology, especially people in the underdeveloped parts of the world like Africa. So another concept, another trend in 2023 for technology will be on something which I don't know which you can guess, but you can probably guess it. Kind of something that which is the fourth one we'll be talking about in this episode today, and that will be the concept of basically we're talking about industry cloud platforms. So industry cloud platforms but their statistics has to do with that by 2020 more than 30% of enterprises will use industry cloud platforms to accelerate their business initiatives. So basically, industry cloud platforms has to do with the fact that you are using the cloud technology to boost your business, to make it popular to everybody, and to kind of increase sales. So industry cloud creates value for organizations by incorporating cloud services traditionally purchased separately into pre-integrated but customizable industry relevant solutions. So an examples of companies that are already using that is Intermountain Healthcare, Hangzhou, one of China's most popular cities, which partners with Chinese tech company Alibaba to kind of build a platform to manage congestion and streamline daily city operations. So it's kind of a way you can use cloud technology to manage operations in real life, and that is increasingly become more popular because a lot of people are depending on cloud technology, and we are going to see more integration of cloud technology, whether you like it or not. So the fifth concept we're talking about here is platform engineering. Now, platform engineering is a concept that is quite native. It's something that is ordinarily understandable, but in terms might look not so understandable. So according to the Gartner's data, they said by 2026 80% of software engineering platforms will establish platform teams as internal providers of reusable services, components, and tools for application delivery. So basically, it is basically to help developers, data scientists, and end users, and to reduce friction for the available work. So, and forward-thinking companies have begun to build operating platforms that sit between the user and the backend services on which they rely. So they are kind of like intermediaries. They are platform engineering that kind of interact with users, and they help to create secure foundations, accelerate digital, and attract and retain talent. For example, Nike has built composable platforms that unite strategically related global business capabilities that are implemented by modular and composable technologies exposed through APIs. So the company finds a platform allows it to respond more quickly to change and drive faster time to market. So basically, we also have Politiet. I don't even know what that means, but basically there are different companies that are actually leveraging the opportunity offered by platform engineering. Now, the sixth tech trend which will be seen in 2023 is wireless value realization. So basically, this is something that is not so strange to us anyway, because it's something that is quite popular to us already. By 2025, 50% of enterprise wireless endpoints will use networking services that deliver additional capabilities beyond communication, up from less than 15%. So basically, wireless endpoints, you are going to see a lot of companies that are going online literally. So wireless, anytime you hear wireless, it all has to do with online and using all these devices that don't make use of wired communication, like you make use of internet, cloud technology, and all the rest of all these examples. So basically, we are seeing that from drones technology, whereas you are controlling a drone from one country to another to deliver goods and from one place to another. So the integration of multiple wireless technologies will provide a cost-efficient, reliable, and scalable technical foundation that reduces capital expenditure. So, and it's going to help us in different ways. It's going to help us to create secure foundations to track locations and maximize value from data and to accelerate digital transformation. So there are many companies that also are actualizing that by, for example, like Shifazal, an Israeli retail company, is using power harvested from network to tag goods with low energy Internet of Things chips. So basically, that's an example. And then we also have the seventh potential of technology, which has to do with super apps. Now, super apps by Gartner's technology data that was gotten by last year, it said that by 2027, more than 50% of the global population will be daily active users of multiple super apps. So what do we know as a super app? A super app is kind of like an app that can combine multiple technology functionalities to give us some products. For example, we have that these super apps, they are basically apps that combine different apps together. So for example, something like super app that help users to perform one operation with one aspect of the app and another. For example, I have an app on my phone that can help me to kind of monitor my data connection, and at the same time can help me to transfer the files from one computer to another. So these are apps that can kind of integrate the functionality of multiple apps and help us to deliver services at reduced cost and reduce use of CPU. For example, we have PayPal, which is a Japanese payment provider with almost 50 million users, and a key part of its growth strategy is to integrate the purchasing of third-party products and services within its super app. So we also have that was the seventh part of super apps. We also have the eighth technology development of 2023, which is the improvement in adaptive artificial intelligence. So basically, what about adaptive artificial intelligence? It has to do with the fact that artificial intelligence that is about to take over the most functionality of human beings. So when we talk about adaptive intelligence, we have the fact that by 2026, enterprises that have adopted artificial intelligence engineering practices to build and manage adaptive artificial intelligence systems will outperform their peers in the operationalization of artificial intelligence models by at least 25%. So what that means is that basically the organizations that have been able to adapt to the different opportunities that artificial intelligence have been offering will be able to get more out of their business and will be able to get more profits, will be able to realize more, will be able to reach more customers, and will be able to gain more, kind of affect more people in many more ways in technological era that we are. So basically, we have a lot of business value for this. We have the value of operationalized AI, which lies in the ability to rapidly develop, deploy, adapt, and maintain artificial intelligence across different environments in the enterprise. So basically, we have that given the engineering complexity and the demand for faster time to market, it's a critical phenomenon to develop less rigid AI engineering pipelines or build AI models that can self-adapt in production. So in this case, we are trying to talk about the fact that we are using AI to kind of make organization process to be easier and to be more efficient. For example, in the last month there was a release of AI by OpenAI. You released their ChatGPT in 30th of November 2022, and that was released to kind of make things easier for developers, for end users, and for many other people who use technology to perform their daily activities. So this is the kind of application we are talking about here. So this is kind of like an adaptive AI. So for example, I was speculating some days ago that this adaptive AI is going to kind of weed out some of the low-end, back-end, and low-end developer activities. For example, low-code performance that you don't need to do much kind of developing practices on. So for example, those who make use of simple programming languages like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, those can be taken up by ChatGPT and can be done. So that is one of the examples by which you can see an integration and use of adaptive AI. So the next technological thing we'll be seeing in 2023 is the Metaverse. Now the Metaverse is something that has been in operation. It has been introduced by Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg some years ago, and it's something that the company has put in a lot of their capital into, and that because of that we are going to be seeing more of it in 2023 and in future years. Now by 2027, over 40% of large organizational corporations worldwide will be using a combination of Web3, spatial computing, and digital twins in metaverse based projects aimed at increasing revenue. So basically the metaverse, if you've not heard of it before, it's kind of like a an environment that is virtual and that can be able to replace and kind of subsidize every other hardware that we use in our real world. For example, you can be able to develop your business, advertise, and be able to kind of have a internet personality through an avatar in the metaverse. So it's something that's about to pioneer new opportunities, like help people to protect and grow their brand, attract and retain talents, and grow revenue. So for example, one company like One Rare, which is an Indian virtual reality setup, is creating an avenue for people to kind of express their love of food, allowing food brand access to a global market, and attracting gamers through food offerings and leveraging Web3 across virtual and physical outlets. So this is one of the examples of applications of metaverse will be seen more of in 2023 and other subsequent years. Then finally, let's talk about the 10th tech application we'll be seeing in 2023, and that is sustainable technology. Now, I want to talk about sustainable technology. Sustainable technology has to do with the fact that a lot of technological appliances that we have today, they are built and they are kind of leveraged on top of a lot of rare earth metals like cobalt and plastic. And by 2025, 50% of CIOs will have performance metric tied to the sustainability of the IT organization. So when we talk about this sustainability, it has to do with the fact that when you are talking about these technological devices, you need to be able to talk about the sustainability and the effect that they're having on the environment. For example, when we are trying to produce phones, tablets, laptops, we use a lot of cobalt and a lot of raw earth metals and plastic. And these ones, when they are kind of get into the environment, they are difficult to recycle and they give us sustainability issues with pollution and all the rest. So we're going to see more of a lot of development that are trying to adjust and attend to these sustainability issues in technology. For example, we have BBVA's tech-enabled financial services products, including carbon tracking and growing finance tools. So that's all for the concept we are talking about today. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and just keep your fingers crossed for more technological concepts from my channel. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next episode.